Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and right now you can get this sweet Scoop Soldier sticker when you order over at cardkingdom.com. Just mention in your order notes that you want a Scoop Soldier sticker when you go to checkout. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, it's another Theros Beyond Death week, but it's also Fishbowl Thursday, and we have a sweet turn 3 combo kill modern deck to look at today. This is Underworld Vengevine combo, and it comes to us from Michael Gallup, so thank you so much to Michael Gallup for sending in a super sweet deck. And if you'd like your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday or the Fish Tank article series, make sure to leave a link in the comments, or you can email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. So let's talk Underworld Vengevine for Modern. So the idea of this deck, it's essentially a turn 3 combo deck, and to really understand what we're trying to do, we gotta kind of walk through the pieces of the puzzle. So step 1, on turn 1, what we really want to be doing is casting a Merfolk Secret Keeper, or especially a Tome Scour, targeting ourselves. And I know it sounds strange, why do we want to just mill ourselves for 4 or 5 cards on turn 1? Well, as we go through what the deck is trying to do, remember those cards, those 4 or 5 extra cards, or I guess with Tome Scour 6 extra cards, because it goes to the graveyard itself. They are very important to the plan of this deck. So ideally, step 1, mill ourselves for a few cards. Step 2 is, hopefully on turn 2, play a Grinding Station. So Grinding Station, we can tap it, sacrifice an artifact to mill ourselves for 3 cards. This is our most important combo piece. This is the card that allows our deck to go really crazy. The other important piece of Grinding Station is that we are able to untap it whenever an artifact comes into play. So if we got a couple extra cheap artifacts laying around, maybe we mill ourselves another 3 cards or so on turn number 2. And what we're trying to set up is, on turn 3, before we make a land drop, that is very important. If you decide to pick up this deck, don't just play your land drop. Hold your land drop and play Underworld Breach. So Underworld Breach, of course, allows us to escape non-land cards from our graveyard for their mana cost plus exiling 3 cards. We only get it for 1 turn, so you probably see where this is going. Grinding Station mills for 3, which is exactly the right number of cards to be able to escape something with Underworld Breach. So, if we add any of our 0 mana artifacts into the picture, 4 copies of Memnite, 4 copies of Tormod's Crypt, 4 copies of Mishra's Bauble, we can essentially mill our entire library. We're able to cast, let's say Memnite. Let's go with that one. That's an easy, simple one. We cast Memnite. We are able to exile 3 cards from our Tome Scour or whatever, from our turn 2 mill, maybe with Grinding Station, to get it into play. So we escape it into play thanks to our Underworld Breach. We are able to sacrifice it to our Grinding Station. Then we can mill ourselves for 3. Then we can use the 3 cards that we just milled to again escape the Memnite, or the Tormod's Crypt, or the Mishra's Bauble. That'll untap Grinding Station. So we do it again, cast it again, well, escape it again. And we just keep doing that until we literally mill our entire library on turn 3. So why do we want to mill our entire library? Well, that is how we win the game. So how do we actually win the game with the deck? And this is where the deck gets fun. So as we are milling our entire deck, we have 12 cards, 3 different cards, each 4 ofs, that we're looking to mill into. 4 copies of Creeping Chill. So when we mill Creeping Chill, we can just exile it, drain our opponent for 3. So that's going to add up to 12 damage. We have 4 copies of Bloodghast, which, that's why we're holding our land, not playing it right away. We're waiting until after we mill our Bloodghast, because after we mill our Bloodghast, and after we exile our Creeping Chills, our opponent's going to be down under 10 life. So we play the land, we get back 4 hasty Bloodghast, and we also have 4 Vengevines. And remember, we were talking about one of our loop artifacts being Memnite. So as we mill over all of our Vengevines, we're able to use that Memnite, cast it for the 2nd time, get back all of our Vengevines, which is also another important part of this combo. When you start off with the combo, ideally you want to start looping with Tormod's Crypt or with Mishra's Bauble, because you want to save the casting of the 2nd creature for once we have our Vengevines in the graveyard. So basically, on turn 3, we mill over all of our Creeping Chills, we mill over all of our Bloodghast, we mill over all of our Vengevines, escaping our Memnites from the graveyard, gets back all of our Vengevines, playing our land drop, gets back all of our Bloodghast. our opponent's already down to at least 8 life, maybe even less than that thanks to Creeping Chill. We just swing with all these hasty attackers, close out the game on the spot on turn number 3. So that is the plan of the deck. And remember, we were talking about milling on turn 1 with Tome Scour. That is because we have to think about how the deck works. Grinding Station mills for 3. We need to exile 3 cards to be able to escape something with Underworld Breach. So technically we're kind of spinning our wheels, but we have 12 cards that we don't want to exile to escape. We gotta not exile our Creeping Chills. We want to exile them for damage. We can't exile our Blood Gas or our Vengevines. So that's why that Tome Scour is important early in the game, where the Incidental Mill or cards like Street Wraith, which we can just cycle, churn through our deck, be able to make sure that we have enough cards in our graveyard to not have to exile our important combo pieces, but still have enough fuel that we can keep exiling stuff to escape to go through our entire deck and pull off the combo and win the game. The other way we do this is with our mana base. Our deck has a fairly unique mana base. We are playing almost exclusively fetch lands. We have 14 fetch lands and just 4 copies of Steam Vents. That's because we really want on turn 1, on turn 2 to play fetch lands, because that's +1 card in our graveyard when we crack it to give us just a little bit extra fuel for escape. So as we're going through this Grinding Station combo, we're not exiling our combo piece and we're exiling fetch lands, other useless cards, and that's basically the plan of the deck. An easy turn 3 kill when everything comes together, and hopefully just winning the game on the spot very, very quickly. The other thing about this deck is the sideboard plan. It has a unique sideboard plan as well. So if you look at what we've been talking about so far, how does this deck lose? The easiest way is Graveyard Hate. If our opponent plays a Leyline to the Void or Rest in Peace, something like that, our day is very much ruined. So how do we beat Graveyard Hate after sideboarding? The answer here is we don't even really try to. If we're worried about Graveyard Hate, we are zigging while our opponent zags, essentially, bringing in 7 rituals, 4 Through the Breaches, 4 Emrakul. So rather than using our graveyard at all, we keep in all of our random like Mishra Bobble cantrips, keep in our Street Race, all that kind of stuff. But really what we want to do is just get a couple rituals, a Through the Breach at Emrakul, and just annihilate our opponent with one huge attack from our Emrakul and win the game that way. So that's our sideboard plan, not even trying to fight the Graveyard Hate battle. And that is the ridiculous turn 3 combo deck, Underworld Vengevine. That's been our Fishbowl Thursday instant deck for this week. So thanks again to Michael Gallup for sending in a really unique, super sweet, super fast modern deck. And once again, if you'd like your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday or the Fish Tank article series, make sure to leave me a link in the comments or email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.